And now, as the search for missing 7-year-old Jocelyn Smith has intensified, South Africa finds itself in yet another search as police in the Western Cape are seeking assistance from members of the public in tracing the whereabouts of 15-year-old girl Liema Moya, who was last seen by her mother on the 24th of this month in Zwelemthemba in Worcester. Liema and Jocelyn's story are just the tip of the iceberg of the scale of children who go missing in the country. According to the last figures released by the South African Police Service, missing persons children go missing every 5 hours in South Africa. Children are also the most vulnerable victims of gender-based violence. Now, to help unpack this, we are joined by National Coordinator at Missing Children South Africa, Bianca van Aswegen. Bianca, you're welcome. Good to have you here this morning.
Thank you.
Good. Now, first off, give us an idea of how rife is the current situation regarding missing children in South Africa, including the trend or patterns that have been emerging.
Yes, children going missing in South Africa is of a great concern. As you mentioned earlier, the statistics shows one child every 5 hours, but that was released in 2013. So if we had such a problem in 2013, you can imagine what crisis we are facing currently with children going missing. We've got so many reasons why children go missing, but we've seen an increase with kidnapping cases and human trafficking in our country.
So what's the rate of success when it comes to recovering or finding these missing children? Could you let us know? Is it what by percentage? What might it be?
Unfortunately, like I said, statistics are currently unavailable, so it's very difficult to say what we're actually looking at in South Africa. But statistics only gives us a general indication of the problem that we are facing. We've got cases that go unreported due to people being too scared to go report cases, especially with the kidnappings. The families get threatened. We've got people in rural areas that are unable to get to police stations to open cases. So those that we know about is only a small amount of the cases that we see, never mind all the cases that go unreported in our country.
That's very worrying. So what are some of the common reasons or circumstances that lead to children going missing in South Africa? And what efforts are being made to address the root cause of these issues?
We've got various reasons why children go missing. We have children that get lost. These are usually our mentally challenged children, or over festive season, for instance, in shopping malls and down at our beaches. We've got kidnappings. Kidnappings happen for various reasons. We've got opportunistic kidnappings, kidnappings for ransom. We've got family abductions, parental abductions that happen. And then we've also got human trafficking. We've also got children that actually run away from home. But this is what we've seen is due to abuse. Children being abused at home that just cannot handle the situation anymore and they run off. But they just as vulnerable being outside on the streets for running away. And there is assistance that can be given to them. So we as an organization work very closely with the South African Police Services to make sure that everything possible is being done to combat the problem that we are facing in our country. We've got specialized units within our Hawks human trafficking unit. We've got our anti-human trafficking unit that works specifically on human trafficking cases and kidnapping cases. But the problem doesn't lie with us as organization or the responsibility of the police. The safety starts at home. So we urge our parents and communities to look after our children, and that is where the safety starts.
So Missing Children South Africa, how do you guys support, or what services do you guys make available for families and caregivers of missing children? How do you guys ensure that they receive the assistance and guidance that they need during those stressful periods?
So we as an organization deal with all types of missing persons cases throughout South Africa, whether it's a child or an adult. We support the families, we make sure that they're kept updated, we do everything from our side to make sure that all needs are followed up and to make sure that that person or child is found safely. It is a very traumatic situation to find yourself in that dire situation where your child has gone missing or a family member has gone missing. So we do refer them to social workers in instances where children are abused at home. We've got trauma counselors that we refer them to help them through the traumatic time that they've gone through, or actually just helping them to get through the case until their child or loved one has been found.
Well, Bianca, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having you give us some details on the situation in South Africa.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.